Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's having a good day. I wanted to show you my dress today. This was actually my mom's from like the 70s, but it's so cute. It has a little tie here. It's kind of like, looks like a little picnic dress, but it has little lace at the bottom too. I love it. It's so cute for summer. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the tape-in extensions I have and the reason I do not have them, because when I got tape-ins, all the videos I were watching were so positive, and so I was like so obsessed with them. But after having them, I was so obsessed with getting them myself, but then after I had them, I'm like, there needs to be some more honest videos on YouTube about tape-in extensions. So I will give you a little rundown on my experience. So if you don't know about tape-ins, basically like you have, it's like hair. Do I still have any? I don't think I have any. But basically it's like a piece of extension on tape, and it's like they put the extension and then your hair and then the extension again, and it's like taped together. It's super weird. I really liked them at first because they are semi-permanent, so they last a long time. So even when you're at the gym, you can have nice luscious hair. You wake up and it's already in. But I had a lot of issues with them, and one of the major issues was mine slid out like crazy. So after I got out of the shower, I would brush my hair and they would just slide out. So I would probably have like two or three slide out like a week, and so after a couple of weeks, it's like you have so much hair that's already come out. And then so you can go get them taped back in, because you have to go get them taped like moved up every couple weeks anyways, but you have to pay for it every time. So if you're having all these fall out, at least the place I was going to charged you like $10 a weft. So if you had like 6 that fell out, that's like $60 like every couple weeks just to go get them taped back in, and then you have to get the whole things moved up. So it was just so expensive. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if everybody has that issue with them sliding out, but mine slid out all the time. I do have really thin hair and it's like super greasy all the time, so that could be the issue. But I was really good about using like sulfate-free shampoo and not brushing when it was wet. That does make them slide out even more, so I don't know what the issues was. Mine slid out all the time. My other issue was like just styling them, because so I have naturally curly like wavy hair, and so like where the tape was, it would be so like crinkled and wavy, but everything else would be straight, and so you have to go in there and like straighten over the tape, and it was super hard because you have so many pieces of tape in there. It just took forever just to like straighten out the tape piece. Everything else would be pretty good. But it was just a weird mixture, because you have the texture of your hair and the texture of the extensions plus the tape like all mixed into one like into one mixture, and so trying to style them was a disaster. Like I said, maybe it'd be different if I had one type of, if my hair was like the more texture, if my hair was the same texture of the extensions, it might be different, but mine is so thin and like wavy, and the extensions were thick and straight, and then the tape was in there. It was just such a mess having to go in there like tape out or straighten out where all the tape was. It was a disaster. And the other issue I had with them is toward the end of like their life, they're so visible. Like I had a couple people that were like, do you have something in your hair? I'm like, oh my gosh, no, shh, what's over there? Try to distract them, because you don't want anyone knowing that you got tape on, extensions in general. So toward the end of them, I didn't have a lot of actual extensions left, because they shed so much, so there's not a whole lot left, and so they're harder to blend, and so the tape is harder to show, or is harder to hide, so people would see it like you thought you'd have it pretty good, but then the tape would like pop out in the back. And also toward the end of them, the tape gets all like wrinkled, and just think about if you get regular tape like wet and like sweat in it, it just starts getting like frayed and gross, and so it doesn't like flat, it kind of curls up, and so it's harder to hide, and so more people saw them, which was super embarrassing, and it just gave me so much anxiety, because I'd be standing in line at the grocery store with someone behind me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can they see my tape? This is so awful. So that gave me like a lot of anxiety, because it was really hard to show, and even when you thought it was hidden, throughout the day it would like randomly like pop back up, so you always had to be like really conscious about how hidden they were. And that leads me to the other point about the shedding. When I first got them, they were almost like this, like they were so thick, they were long, they were luscious, I loved them. But they looked like that for like 6 weeks, and after that, so much of it like just shed that it looked like my natural hair, and I'm like, why am I paying so much money for these, and like they don't even look that awesome. So they were supposed to last for like 8 months, and by like 4 months, like mine didn't look like anything. They didn't look, I mean, it definitely was more full and longer than my normal hair, but not for the price that they were. So I don't know if anyone else has had that experience. Like, they looked super great the first couple weeks, but then after I got them moved up again, they just started shedding and they just looked awful. So it's not worth the money. So in general, we'll do a quick rundown on pros and cons. Pros, they're like semi-permanent, so I mean, they're always in there. You don't have to put them in. You know, you wake up, you're ready to go. They're in there when you go to the gym, things like that. Another pro is they look natural, I guess, when they're not hidden. I mean, when they're hidden, they look natural. They look pretty good. My color wasn't great, but they look natural. That's about the only pros I can think of. So cons, we got shedding, sheds like crazy, doesn't last long, always sliding out, tape gets gross and hard to find, and then it's super expensive. And the last thing, the reason that really made me want to say, no, I'm done with you, is the last time I got them moved up was my hairdresser was like, yeah, look at all the little pieces that are, that I've kind of breaking off, like a joke. I'm like, wait, what? So like when I got them, I heard that they were supposed to be some of the less damaging hair extensions, but he said that he could tell, and maybe it's because my hair is so thin and fragile that some of it had like broken when you pull the tape. So it is damaging, and my hair is in such a fragile state. I'm like, no, I cannot deal with anything causing any more damage to my hair. So I said, see you later. So those are my issues with tape-ins. I totally loved them at first, but after having them for, yeah, maybe 4 or 5 months, I'm like, no, these are awful, never again. So if you have any questions about them, let me know. I'd be glad to answer them for you. I hope that this helps you. If you're on the fence about them, I would honestly say no. That's an honest opinion, and I could not find any honest videos when I was watching previous YouTube videos. So I would say no. My favorite are these Halo Couture extensions, or any type of like the Halo extensions, or the other ones, what are they called? Hidden Crown. Any of those, because they're not damaging, unlike like clip-ins are also damaging. So these are not damaging, it's literally just like a headband. So that is my bet if you're extension obsession like moi. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.